Hello and welcome back to I Reviews This Shit Drunk. Our topic of the day is the Polonius Direct Drive 400 horsepower fan. Now this thing will blow your fucking cap off. I'm telling you right now. You fucking hit it in overdrive, it's gonna scalp you. It's gonna fucking zoom into you, suck into you, and cut your fucking scalp off. It could even decapitate you. For all I fucking know. But anyway, sorry I had to smoke there a little bit. Anyways, this thing was built in Indonesia by some Hungarian monks. Now, it might sound fucking weird to you, but I paid these motherfuckers. They said who they were. They told me what they did. They showed me the fucking specs. They showed me their tolerances. And this is what they fucking gave me. This thing is a masterpiece. As you can tell, it's got a rotating head. It's got legs that swivel back and forth. Off-center legs, as you can tell. Now this thing's got a little lean to it. Now that lean actually does something, if you can tell. That lean does something. That lean was actually put in place by a mechanic priest. He got some calipers. He did the measurements with a straight stick. He got it down to a 2000s tolerance. This thing will directly blow your fucking face off. That's how badass this thing is. Now, we're going to go into step 1, which is the design. Step 2, which is the functions. Step 3 is the speeds. Step 1. Now this design right here, this birdcage design, Indonesian monks. This thing was handcrafted. As you can tell, the little weld marks. I don't know if I can zoom in close enough. These weld marks, you see the little dotted lines, little dots? That was actually made, handmade by Indonesian monks. These dudes are badass. I've seen them fight in the ring. I've seen one guy go against 20 Irish drunk guys. And one of these Indonesian monks kicked the fuck out of him. These guys are so badass. I can't explain how badass they are. Anyways, let's get back to the topic. This thing, the tungsten carbide blades, as you can tell, sharpened to precision, aircraft aluminum, alloy. Now, as you can tell, there's a little dust on it. Now, that dust, when this fan hits, it turns that dust into an emulsion liquid. That thing just starts dripping. That's one of the features. You get that. So, I mean, I've learned to deal with putting a pan underneath it, getting the drippings. Yeah, whatever you need to get the dust out of the air. This thing will do it. This thing has got a 400 horsepower. As you can tell right there, that thing is massive. 400 horsepower. That knob button right there, that is the oscillation. Goes back and forth, whatever you want to oscillate. You oscillate up and down, left and right. You can even do a fucking full circle. 360 degrees. This thing is massive. Alright, so that's step 1. Step 2? Well, step 2 is the features. Okay, the features are, I've already kind of explained some of them. These legs down here, as you can tell, they're made out of shark tanks, shark cages. You know, the divers that go down the shark infested waters. These bars are made from these things to withstand a fucking Bigfoot stomp. These things are massive, badass. These buttons right here. Now I was gonna upgrade to the touch buttons, but I ain't getting the toggle switches. I ended up getting the toggle switches. It was $10,000 less. Toggle switches. I didn't feel like getting the little touchpad, so I got the toggle switches. And this thing, you might want to know what it runs. I really don't want to get into that. I mean, it was something I just kind of purchased. I got the money. I mean, living like a rock star, you know, you got to do those things. But I didn't want to pay $10,000 for a fucking button. Come on, that's ridiculous. Oh God, I'm gonna throw up. Anyways, oh yeah. Excuse me. All right. Let me chew it back. Hold on. Oh. All right. Whew. All right. Anyways, Birdcage Construction. So third step, let's get into speeds. Speeds are what you want. You're gonna watch these fucking speeds. These things are massive. You ready for this shit? Now I might have to talk loud over this. This thing hits. Oh, that's step one. All right, can you hear me? All right, I'm gonna have to talk a little bit louder because this thing is massive. Can you hear me? All right, hopefully you can hear me. Now this is step one, stage one, fan. This thing is massive. I mean, it actually kind of blew me back when I first turned it on. You gotta watch out for this thing. I didn't mention this button up here. If you can see this little button right here, it's actually a safety feature, but it actually unlocks the turbo power of this fan. This turbo power in this fan. This thing has got turbo, believe it or not. I wish I could have got the supercharger, but I didn't want to pay that much. I got the turbo. And if you can see that button down there on the fan, the middle of the fan, we can say that in a minute. But this is step one. It's kind of good. You know, the Texas heat, it'll cool you down. It'll evaporate that sweat right off your ass. So let's get into step two. It's gonna be a little bit louder. You ready? I gotta back away from the fan. All right, step two. Shh, whoa, shit. All right. This thing is almost on full blast. As soon as I hit that turbo button, it's over. Now you can see that 400 horsepower working. It's not working too hard. This thing is actually quiet. It's Polonius. Polonius fan. Polonius. Just remember that. You guys got to get you one. Alright. So step three. I'm going to have to go into the step three, okay? There's stage three, fan. For this fan to blow. So you wait. Let's get it. Alright. Step three, can you hear me? This thing's a little loud. It's a little loud. God, this thing is massive. Ooh. Shit. Alright. Well, it's time to get into the overdrive. First, I gotta put my smoke down. As you can see the concrete over there, I might do a little review on that. A little quickcrete right there. It's a good little investment right there. But we're gonna go into the turbo drive. You folks ready for this? Turbo drive. All right, here we go. Safety latch off, and it's a quick, easy little swipe. There it is. Safety latch. All right. Turbo drive. This thing is gonna get fucking ridiculous. Whew. I don't know if I'm ready for this. As you can tell by the button in the middle, that thing is the turbo. I'm gonna get the supercharger, but I'll work to that later. All right, here we go. Let's go for the. All right, careful. God.